Because Ian was carrying Alicia on his shoulders, naoblaga itong pumila sa counter, habang sinusubukang intindihin kung nasaan ang mga itinuturo ng anak nito. Si Rina naman ang naghanap ng mauupuan nila. Nang makahanap siya ng pwesto, naupo na siya at pinagmasdan sina Ian at Alicia. The latter was a picture of a happy kid, Ian on the other hand was a picture of a loving father. Before she knew it, a smile already crept across her face. Hindi may kakaila ni Ian na anak nito si Alicia. Tama si Olive, female version ni Ian ang bata. She noticed a few people already recognized Ian Sarmiento, as they began taking pictures of him in not so secret way. She knew that he knew. And he didn't do anything about it. So hinayaan na lang din niya. After all, kahit hindi pa pinapakilala ni Ian sa publiko si Alicia, hindi naman ito itinatago ang anak nito. Nevertheless, she saw Paul and the other escorts stopping the crowd from taking more pictures. She almost forgot about them. Napakayaman pala ni Ian at hindi pwedeng wala itong kasamang mga bodyguards, especially dahil kasama nito ang anak nito. She continued to watch the two as they seemed to argue a little bit, when it was already their turn on the line. Well, from where she sat, hindi naman niya alam kung ano ang pinagdidiskusyonan ng mag-ama. But she saw how Alicia's lips pouted like she always does, kapag upset ito. They were given a number, and shortly after were already going in her direction. She was well aware of the eyes that were on Ian and his daughter. So when Alicia suddenly blurted out the word mommy, all eyes darted to her. She could almost feel daggers being thrown her way. Ian on the other hand was just so cool about the situation. So, she just shrugged her shoulders, at hinayaan na lang ang mga tao sa paligid nila. Mommy, I was telling Daddy that you don't like to eat rice, because you love the chicken spaghetti. But he wouldn't listen, sumbong agad nito nang makalapit sila ng tuluyan. Nag-cross arms ito, at tiningnan ng masama si Ian, who sat across them. He still ordered you 2-piece chicken with rice. It's okay Eli, she assured her, at sinaway ito sa masamang tingin na ibinigay nito kay Ian. Now, don't look at your daddy like that. It's not very nice. See, I told you, singit ni Ian. Mommy needs to eat rice so she'll gain weight. He wasn't looking at her, but she could swear, he was smirking. Hindi ako payat, she found herself telling him. You are Rina. I'm not, she wanted to argue, but she was cut short by Alicia, who was still furious about the whole chicken spaghetti thing. Eli, it's okay, ulit na naman niya para tumigil na ito. Daddy doesn't know, so we'll let it pass this time, are we good? I was telling him mommy, pilit pa rin ito. Okay, but just this time. Next time, I get to choose mommy's meal, deal. Suko nito at parang matandang inilahad nito ang kamay ng ama nito. Alright, it's a deal then. Kinamayan ito ni Ian, habang sunusupol nito ang isang ngiti. Bahagya siyang natawa sa mga ito. Well, malamang sa hindi, nakuha ni Alicia ang katigasan ng ulo nito kay Ian. At aminin man niya o hindi, the two deserved to be together. Hindi naman nagtagal at dumating na ang order nila. As childish as it may seem, it was their first meal together. They eat in silence. Ian, contrary to her first impression of him, was quite a humble person. Rina loved the way he didn't brag about his wealth, and acted just like any other ordinary person in that place. He blended well. Although, hindi naman maitatanggi na kahit anong gawin nito, ay ito pa rin si Ian Sarmiento. Tindig pa lang, stand out na. Not to mention his handsome face, that totally separated him from everybody else. Let's do this often Daddy, evident ang tuwa sa magandang mukha ni Alicia. This is so much fun. I'm glad you're happy anak, he answered, not hiding the affection for his child. Rina fought the urge to cry. The way Ian said anak, had so much love in it. And she knows she will no longer have the courage to even plan to take Alicia away from him, Not that she'll even get the slightest chance, but she certainly wouldn't want to break Alicia's heart as well. And while she loved to be a part of her daughter's life, she's aware that Ian Sarmiento wouldn't let her stay in their lives forever. Sooner or later kailangan na niyang sabihin kay Alicia ang totoo, bago pa si Ian mismo ang magpaaalala sa kanya ng kasunduan nila. Mommy, Rina, ha? She didn't notice zoning out again, at base sa hitsura ng mag-ama, kanina pa kinukuha ng mga ito ang atensyon niya. I'm sorry, what was it? Hindi nakaligtas sa kanya ang pagkunot noon ni Ian. Mommy, I'm asking you if you're happy. Tanong ni Alicia. I am Eli. She smiled down at her, managing one of her sincerest smiles. How couldn't I if I'm very sure that you're happy? What makes Alicia happy, makes Mommy happy. She kissed her hair, oblivious to Ian's intense gaze on her. I love you, Mommy. Alicia held her one hand. I love you too, Eli. I love you, Daddy, she said, reaching out for Ian's hand as well. Rina. Daddy loves you too, Alicia. Wow, weren't they a picture of a happy family? Only that they weren't really a family to begin with. I pushed away the thought at the back of her head. Bago makapasok yun sa utak niya, and she'll think about it over and over again. Feel ni Alicia ang pagkakaroon ng mommy at daddy. The way she held both her hand and Ian, she thought her family was already complete. How will Rina tell her, na hindi siya ang tunay nitong ina? Or worse, how will she bid her goodbye? Nang palabas na sila, Paul and the others had to literally restrain the crowd, particularly the media, who unbeknownst to them found out that Ian gone public with a mother and child company. Rina was surprised na napakaraming mga kamera, at mga reporters ang naghihintay sa kanila, all eager to ask the same questions. Sino sila ni Alicia, at kung sila ba ang dahilan ng hiwalayan nito at ni Olive? Ian was still carrying Alicia in his arms, so when he suddenly grabbed her hand, and pulled her closer to him, Rina's mind stopped functioning. Shocked and surprised were both understatements. She looked up at him as he protectively led her, and Alicia out of the crowd. He acted as though they were his precious belongings, that people shouldn't treat like some kind of money-making gossip. Napakagulo at napakaingay, but that didn't stop Rina from feeling the fluttering in her stomach. It was like something was doing flip-flaps inside her. The touch of Ian's skin from his hand, that held hers was sending electricity to her veins. A feeling that's causing her heart to beat rapidly, and set her pulse racing. Get in, Ian almost shoved her, and Alicia inside his car. We have to get out of here, he added, muttering a curse under his breath, as he entered the driver's seat. They were quiet for most of the drive, until Ian accidentally caught a glimpse of her in the rearview mirror. He exclaimed as he pulled the car to a sudden halt, almost throwing her and the already sleeping Alicia from their seats. What? Rina was confused at how Ian was suddenly so furious, napahampas pa ito sa manibela, before getting out of the car, and opening the door to her side. What? She asked nervously when he held her chin, and tilted her head to the left like he was checking something, at the right side of her head. He cursed again. You got hurt, Rina. Ha! Litong-lito siya, but then her eyes grew wide, when she saw blood in his hand that touched her temple. What? How? Paano siyang nasugatan nang hindi niya nararamdaman? Dahil busy ka sa pagkakahawak niya sa kamay mo, Rina. A part of her mind told her. Was it even possible? Paano at kailan siya nasugatan? Let's get you to the hospital, he said as he gently wiped her blood with his handkerchief. Is it that serious? She asked, preventing herself from hyperventilating, at Ian's proximity to her. No, but we have to make sure, he answered, pulling away to return to the driver's seat. Then there's no need. I didn't even notice it, Ian. It doesn't hurt at all. I insist. Bumwelta ito pabalik para pumunta sa ospital. I've already caused you enough trouble. Please, It's not even hurting me. We are going to the hospital. End of discussion, he said firmly, causing her to shut her mouth involuntarily. Leah, stop. Rina almost begged Leah, paano kasi mula pa kaninang magkita sila, ay di na siya nito tinantanan ng panunukso. Their little family moment, at the fast food were all over the papers the next morning. Of course everybody jumped to the conclusion, that Ian had a secret family all along. That's why his marriage to Olive didn't push through, ending with the latter marrying somebody else. Come on, look at this. Leah tirelessly shoved the newspaper to her face. This gesture is just so romantic. Who wouldn't think that you're not a couple? Tukoy nito sa litratong hawak-hawak ni Ian ang kamay niya, while trying to protect her and Eli from the media. It's nothing, okay. A spur of the moment thing. Rina, he should have just left you right there if he didn't you. Why is it even such a big deal? Hello, Ian has celebrity status. You do not know but many rejoiced, when his wedding was put on hold. This guy is every woman's dream man, of course excluding me cause I'm already happily married, and I'm just so rooting for you and Ian. So, it's just normal that your little harmless bonding, would turn out to be the country's most talked about thing. Whatever, she rolled her eyes. Ayaw niyang isipin ang sinasabi ni Leah, last time she did, kung ano-ano ang napansin niya kay Ian. And it's not healthy for her inexperienced heart. Nakakatuwa ka talaga. It's like you do not know that you're pretty, Rina. If I were a boy, I'd hurt to make you mine, sabi nito. Thanks but I don't appreciate violence. You don't even have to boost my confidence, for crying out loud. Glit niya. Rina, all I'm saying is, it's not impossible that he's into you. Well, I'm telling you now that it's impossible, Leah. Real talk, we are worlds apart. Wanna bet? You realize that if I agree to a bet with you, I'd do everything in my capacity to win, right? I wouldn't mind, she grinned. You're impossible, Leah. Siya ang napagod sa kakulitan nito. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Hindi ka pa nai-inlove, at ayaw mong sumugal kay Ian. Leah, she exclaimed. I'm not thinking anything like that, okay. Okay, okay. She threw her hands in surrender motion. Now, why don't we go to the cafeteria, to grab some snacks? I think Bethany is hungry already. She put a hand over her belly. Is that your baby's name? Her face lit up. Yup, Leah answered cheerfully, as they went their way to the cafeteria. Cute. Rina remembered the time, when Olive still carries Alicia inside her belly. Mas siya pa ang parang ina dahil sa sobrang excitement. Olive didn't even join her in naming her baby. Siya lang talaga yung nag-research ng magandang ipapangalan sa anak nito. In fact, pagkapanganak nito kay Alicia, ay iniwanan na nito agad ang sanggol. She accepted the mommy role wholeheartedly with Olive promising her, that she will not get the baby back. She didn't fulfill her promise, did she? Hindi man ito ang bumawi kay Alicia, sinabi naman ito kay Ian Sarmiento ang tungkol sa bata. That was good as getting Alicia back. But it already happened. Wala na siyang magagawa pa. Kahit gaano pa siya nasaktan, hindi na niya maibabalik sa tahimik ang buhay nila ni Alicia. Worse, she could go back to her old life, but she couldn't bring her daughter anymore. Wait, Leah who was walking before her suddenly stopped, at lumingon sa kanya. What happened to your head? Nagdududang tanong nito. Really, Leah, we've been talking for hours, at ngayon mo lang napansin. She asked while rolling her eyes. I was pretty occupied by the paper kanina. Leah grinned at her. Oh, help me, asal niya. She suffered a minor scrape in her right temple yesterday. Ian said she probably got the wound, habang nagmamadali silang umalis. An equipment perhaps from the media men accidentally hit her, while they were pushing their way through them. Maliit lang naman, at hindi nga niya napansin kung hindi si Ian ang unang nakapansin. He insisted on bringing her to the hospital, kaya ayon, mas nadagdagan tuloy ang exposure nito sa public na kasama siya. Hindi naman sila nagtagal doon, dahil nga maliit lang naman talaga yung sugat niya, gasgas nga lang. Kung tutuusin. Pero pagdating sa mansyon, nasabon ang mga bodyguards nito, for failing to handle the situation very well. Rina realized na nakakatakot itong magalit. Pati si Paul na best friend nito, hindi nito pinatawad. Naalala pa niya ang sinabi sa kanya ni Paul pagkaalis ni Ian. He was so mad over a scrape. Natatawa na lang ito. Oh Rina, the things you do to him, dagdag nitong napapailing. She just furrowed her brows at him, but he did not offer any explanation. So she just shrugged her shoulders, and did not push the issue. So, that's it. Leia asked nang ikwento niya kung saan niya nakuha ang sugat niya, but skipping as much info as possible. Kapag nalaman kasi ni Leia, kung paano nag-react si Ian, sigurado kakulayan na naman nito ang mga hindi dapat kulayan. Yes, that's it. Nagpatiuna na siya sa paglalakad, para hindi na hamaba pa ang usapan. I believe I'm missing something. Habol nito. Ian, Rina, I need you to bring something for me here in my office. It's a Saturday and Rina haven't seen Ian since this morning. Hindi naman niya hinahanap ang binata, pero sinabi ni Paul sa kanya na maaga itong umalis, to make up for the lost times he said. So okay, alam naman niyang busy na tao ito. Rina, what is it I needed to bring? Ewan niya pero bahagyang nanginginig ang mga kamay niya, habang sumasagot sa text nito. There's this tingling sensation she felt, when she saw his name popped up on her cell phone screen. Ian, an important file I left in the study. It's in a sealed long brown envelope. Have Paul drive you here. Rina, okay, we'll be there. She inquired where the study was. Sa laki naman kasi ng mansion ni Ian, kusina, sala at kwarto lang nila ni Alicia ang kabisado niya. Third floor, right side, second door, sabi ng isang maid in uniform na nakasalubong niya sa hallway. Gusto sana nitong samahan pa siya, pero tumanggi na lang siya. Rina was no different from them. Bayaran lang din siya roon. At ang trabaho niya, yaya ng batang pinalaki at itinuring niyang anak. Bago siya palungkutin ng isiping yun, ipinilig na ng dalaga ang ulo, at pinuntahan ang pakay. Actually maraming maid si Ian. Halos kasing dami ng mga security personnel. Hindi nga niya magets kung ano ang necessity sa maraming kasambahay, kung mag-isa lang naman ito dati. According kasi sa nasagap niyang chismis, noong pagdating niya sa mansyon, Olive didn't live with Ian. Bihira raw itong pumunta roon. Wala rin namang nagkukwento sa kanya, kung nasaan ang pamilya nito. Kahit sa mga research niya noon about Ian Sarmiento, wala siyang nakuhang impormasyon tungkol sa pinanggalingan nitong pamilya. His biography was hardly a biography, dahil sa pagiging super private person nito. So ayun nga, ngayon pa lang talaga natatauhan ang bahay nito. Yung bukod kay Ian, ay may iba pang pinagsisilbihan ang mga maids. Though ayaw niyang isipin ng mga ito na amo rin siya, dahil hindi naman siya related kay Ian, at kung alam lang sana ng mga ito, kung ano ang usapan nila ng binata. But for some reason, hindi siya pinapayagang makialam sa bahay. Kahit man lang ipagluto si Alicia ng pagkain nito, ayaw ipagawa sa kanya. Supervision yun lang daw ang pwede niyang gawin, bantayan ang niluluto, at baka may halong hindi pwede sa anak niya. So anyway, nahanap naman niya ang study room, at nakuha niya ng matiwasay ang kailangan nito. Nagpaalam muna siya kay Alicia na pupunta siya sa daddy nito. Nag-e-enjoy ito sa swimming lesson nito, kaya mabilis niya itong napapayag na wag nang sumama sa kanya. Any reason why you need to come? Hindi ba pwedeng ako na lang ang magdala sa kanya nito? Tanong ni Paul habang papunta na sila sa office ni Ian. I really don't have any idea. He just said he needed me to bring this envelope to him. Must be confidential. Tumango-tango ito pero ang tono, iba na naman. I think so, sabi na lang niya. So, kumusta ang sugat mo? You know that it's hardly a wound. She rolled her eyes, dahil inuumpisahan na naman siya ni Paul, para na itong male version ni Leia pagkatapos niyang masugatan, at mapag-alitan ito ng todo ni Ian. Next time Rina, be very careful. Natatawa ito as he tried to mimic his angry friend. Seriously, Miss Rodriguez, it's been long since I last saw him care for someone like that. You're not trying to tell me that he didn't care as much with Olive, are you? Tanong niya. Well, she saw how hurt registered in his face, when he told her that Olive got married with somebody else. Besides, they were like 5 years together. With Olive, he paused. Well, that was different, she was his fiancée. Okay, enough of that, sabi niya as they neared ES Hotel. Mula sa sasakyan, tanaw na niya ang building. Parang noon lang niya napansin na mataas pala ang ES Hotel. Tansya niya ay over 50-story iyon. Which floor? Napalunok siya nang tumigil na sila sa tapat ng hotel. Penthouse, Paul answered with a look of concern on his face. You okay? Alam ni Rina kung bakit ganoon ang reaksyon ni Paul. Nakita nitong nawalan ng kulay ang mukha niya. Yup. Bumaba siya ng kotse at nilakasan ang loob, kahit ramdam niya ang pangangatag ng mga tuhod niya. Hindi siya claustrophobic. There was just this instance where she went to a high-rise building 3 years ago, and got trapped alone in the elevator for at least an hour. Since then iniiwasan na niyang pumunta sa mga matataas na lugar, kung saan matagal siyang magiging lula ng elevator. But maybe today, kailangan niyang harapin ang takot niya. It wasn't like she was harmed when she got trapped. As long as may kasama siya sa loob ng elevator, she'll be fine. Good morning, bati niya sa supladitang receptionist na nagpakaladkad sa kanya sa mga guards noong isang linggo. I'm Rina Rodriguez. Good morning ma'am, matamis ang ngiting bati nito na muntik nang ikinataas ng kilay niya. GM is expecting you. So dahil naibili na siya ni Ian wala itong discrimination ngayon. The elevator is that way, ma'am. The lady asked someone to assist her, so she just said her thanks bago umalis sa harapan nito. Pumasok siya sa elevator, and hit the button for penthouse. May nakasabay siyang 2 guests, pero 10th floor ang mga ito. She forced herself to relax and focus on the floor numbers flashing above the elevator doors, nang maiwan na siyang mag-isa. She felt her lungs tighten for the need of air, and her hands were already shaking violently against the envelope she was holding. She realized that the more she was hoping na makaabot na siya sa floor ni Ian, ay mas tila tumatagal ang bawat sandali. By the time the doors flew open to the penthouse, Rina found herself gasping for air, that she wasn't able to move out of the elevator at once. Rina. Next thing she knew, she saw Ian Sarmiento blocking the doors, and preventing them from closing again. Worry was written all over his handsome face. Ian, she almost did not hear her own voice. As she tried to collect herself and offer him a smile, she felt dizzy. He just stood in front of her for a moment, as if trying to understand what was happening to her. Here, let me help you, Rina. He held out his hand to her, wearing a "don't you worry, I'm here" smile. Yeah, she accepted his hand, while struggling to stand up straight. Silly, Rina's eyes grew wide when Ian suddenly swept her off her feet, and carried her bridal style. You should have just told me you're afraid of elevators, he said as he stepped out of the lift. Put me down, she protested in a weak voice, almost not convincing herself. She wanted him to put her down. Weird as it may seem, nakaramdam siya ng comfort sa mga bisig ni Ian. Her face was too close to him, that she could quite smell his cologne. If she was familiar with men's scents, she could probably name what he was using. From her position, she could see every movement of his perfectly shaped jaws, that she fought the urge to reach out and touch his face. Rina could also hear the steady beating of his heart, totally different from what already seemed like riot poundings inside her chest. Gosh, can he also feel her heart's wild beatings? Snap out of it, Rina, will you? You are so fragile, Rina. How can you even take care of my daughter? she heard Ian say while pushing a door open using his foot. She froze. Did he just question her capability to take care of Alicia? No, no, you're weak, Rina. Now he's got another reason to take Alicia away from you forever. Are you crying, Rina?